Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Work Shoot Show. This is episode of 4. Look, we're back to reviewing our Extreme Rules breakdown, like seeing how we did. Also going to talk some WWE and AEW stuff. Joining me as always, my guy Peter McGinn. Pete, how you doing, brother?
Oh man, doing great. Had some nasty Mexican food. Nasty in a good way, sorry. Very spicy. My face is a little bit on fire, but
Okay.
I'm good. I'm ready to talk some wrestling.
Okay. Ate some like barbecue type situation at like a friend's house watching the Saints game. So that's where I was at with it. But excited to talk wrestling. We'll do our Extreme Rules review, I guess, last. Save that for the final thing to do. But let's start off with, I guess I'm more hyped with AEW right now. And I know people would be like, what? With Bray Wyatt coming back, Sammy, my man Seth killing it. But I think AEW's Dynamite, I was a little hype off of it in Rampage. And the first thing I got to say is like, because Tuesday, Mox is putting up the belt against Hangman. I don't think Hangman will win, but this was the best. Wednesday was the best Hangman promo I've ever seen. I'm a Hangman fan now, and I really want him to be the next babyface champ.
He kind of fell off a little bit. He had a lot of hype coming into his run against Kenny and then winning the belt. And then when he lost it eventually, kind of went to the wayside. And to spark to get back to it, you kind of need a promo like he had.
And he killed it.
I mean, I think he's back. Like, I think he just skyrocketed from somebody who I didn't really think. I think he should compete for a title, but I didn't think that he should actually win it.
I agree.
So now I'm like, if he takes the belt, I'm like, I'll be fine with that. Like, Hangman's back, baby.
Literally wrote in my notes after I heard it, I go, oh, well, I guess if anyone to take it now, I'd be okay with it. Like, I wouldn't be upset. Whereas, like, I get it. MJF has to get it. You're probably doing the Mox MJF thing, but like, if he's next to take on MJF, I'm down.
Yeah. It's literally either Mox or Mox or Hangman. If either one of them wants to go against MJF, perfectly cool with it. Like, I like this setup. I like where this is going. I'm excited for more. If he can, it's gonna be hard to top that promo, but yeah. I mean, if you can keep something close to that level until like the next pay-per-view, yeah, I'm in on the Hangman.
Even the jab at MJF made me seem like, ooh, maybe they would be interesting. And when he was like, see that chump up there, I was like, he disrespecting on MJF. I like it. But hey, MJF had a great promo of his own. Is he trying to go babyface? That's what I wrote down.
MJF is just on a whole other level where he can just do whatever he wants, because like he's going to get cheered. And then if he wants to do like the cheap heat stuff where like he did it with when he's at the Buffalo one where he like ripped off the Josh Allen jersey and stuff like that, and then the crowd started booing him. He can do whatever he wants. He's on top of the world right now. The world is his oyster.
I just didn't expect him to hit him with the, oh, y'all hate me, I hate me. I was like, whoa, okay, MJF, real. And the fact he might have shook Will or Yuta's hand because they have promise there. And then Stokely Hathaway is the type of dude that he's not gonna like the fact that MJF blew him off on whenever that was, Wednesday or Friday.
Yeah, I mean, if they want eyes on the product, they're doing a great job. I'm really digging what they got.
Another thing I was interested in is for tag team wise, but again, they're just giving me tag teams that I know nothing will come of it. There was 2 of them. The Moxley Claudio team, I was like, oh, this would just win. This would never lose. But then the same thing with the Wardlow Samoa Joe. I'm like, the Acclaim can't beat either of these teams.
Yeah, man, it's tough. Like, I think it's a testament of how good you can have tag teams in AEW right now, where I mean it sparks the conversation of like, oh, can X beat Y? Like, man, you have a team of like Mox and Claudio, like that's insane. Like, on paper they should probably beat the Acclaimed, but the Acclaimed is like on a whole nother level. It's great because, man, this will be kind of out there for people who don't watch anime, but one thing I love about anime is when you create a threat, the unknown of what's going to happen next. I don't know, like if
are the Claim like the MCs, like the lowly guys, right? Build, because like the threat of FTR just looms, and every time and like
I love it. I love it's like FTR. Are they the best tag team in the world? Yeah, probably. But I love the fact that they don't get the shot. They don't get their chance at the AEW titles.
They're just slumming it around with Wardlow.
Yeah, it's great, man. I'm having a blast watching this stuff.
I saw that. I was like, okay, Samoa Joe and Wardlow. Like, I don't know what like my man Max Caster is going to do against that. But
you have to like kick him in the nuts or something, because otherwise you ain't winning.
And I meant to tell you, I wrote this down. They're faces, man. The claimed are faces. They had a shot to be heels when they didn't hit Keith Lee. I mean, not Keith Lee. When they didn't hit Swerve when they ran past them, I was like, oh, that face conversation. And then
they kind of cheated in that match. Sure, I mean, it'd be a really interesting dynamic where they're faces, but like Daddy Ass is a heel. Because like they didn't cheat, like Daddy Ass dropped them with the famouser. That wasn't Max Caster.
And people were like, whoa, they didn't hit Swerve on the way out. And then Swerve and Keith, they're about to break up. Keith Lee was like,
oh, they need to.
I don't like your heelish ways. Like, I was just like, Swerve, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, they need to get out of here. I mean, not out of here, but they need to. I wish they were solos like 6 months ago.
So, look, Swerve's heel run, I'm liking it right now. I'm digging it, but like he has to be a heel against someone who is not Daddy Ass for me to like.
No, for sure.
Really get behind.
I mean, I wish he would just feud with Keith Lee and then he goes over Keith Lee. To me, that's what I want. Am I gonna get that? Probably not, but that's where I'm hoping. That's what I'm crossing for.
I wouldn't be mad at that. And let's see. I wrote down some. Oh, gotta shout out our guy Orange Cassidy, new All Atlantic champion.
I did not see that coming. Just because Orange Cassidy is from New Jersey. Kind of like defeats the purpose of the Atlantic belt, I feel like. But I mean,
New Jersey is on the Atlantic Ocean.
No, for sure. But like the whole point of like the Atlantic tournament was like to represent people from other countries. And then now you have a guy from the United States who's not a heel winning.
No, he's a face, like a true face.
I'm fine with Pac losing because he has the trios belts.
Which they're challenging him against on Tuesday.
Yeah, but I'm not a fan of them losing to
best friends
Orange Cassidy. You could give that to somebody who maybe you want to like try to see if you can get a spark out of, maybe even like Ethan Page or something like that.
That's what I was thinking.
Whether you like him or not, I think it's like that's like the type of thing where you need to give him at least a chance to try to do something with the belt, and if it doesn't work out, then just give it back to Pac or something like that. But
yeah.
Orange Cassidy,
you don't like Orange with it.
It's like I love Orange Cassidy. I just don't like him with that
belt. Yeah, got you. That's fair. I like the match though. Him not using the hammer on Pac and giving him the 3 super punches. I was into that.
Yeah, but no, the match itself was great. Pac continues to reinvent himself on how he looks like he broke his back every time he gets DDT'd because he just looks like a slinky sometimes. I'm like, bro, like,
yeah, he looks hurt.
Like, you gotta have like an acupuncturist in the back room or something like that after those matches. He looks just distorted, but puts on a hell of a match. He's an incredible worker, and the match itself was fun. I just don't like the outcome. That's
next time I see Will Ospreay in AEW, it better be against Pac. Like, might as well. Let's get the two Brits who hate each other in there. I would rock.
Oh yeah, that match would be insane.
Yeah. So, but okay, and then best friends. They're doing the trios. They probably won't win that. They'll probably keep that belt on Pac. Oh yeah, Ethan's Page. His match was great. Like, I gotta give it to him. The leading Matt Hardy. Like, that was a good call for the All Atlantic because I like that guy. That guy's talent.
I like him. I just don't think he has like the look.
Yeah.
Really, like. I'm a fan of him as a person.
He can talk it up, like his personality, the way he talks, even like his moves in the ring. But like his face does say "derp." Like, I can see where he just like he doesn't look like a champion, but I get it though. I'm a fan.
Yeah, but I like him. That's why I think like something like the All Atlantic belt is like perfect for him. Mid belt, that's like what he is. See if you can do something with it. But yeah, it is what it is.
Do you think they have too? Okay, does AEW have too many wrestlers?
Do they have too many wrestlers? Yes and no. I think it's good to have a large roster like they do, but it sucks when the people that you want to see more of don't get the limelight when you have so many events and so many different shows. It's like, oh, this guy's wrestling on Dark tonight. It's like, damn it, like I want to see him on Rampage.
I don't know what they're doing with Ring of Honor either. It's like we're promoting the Ocho. Like, are we trying to get it a TV deal? Like,
I think I'm almost certain that's what it is.
Okay, if it's that, then like, okay, cool. Maybe when that happens, we can split some of these wrestlers up.
Yeah,
but like, I don't know how I feel about these Ring of Honor events during AEW.
It's hit and miss for me. So
some of them I'm with, some of them I'm not.
Like with Dalton Castle coming into the sphere and wrestling Jericho, I think it's incredible. But like, what does it mean?
Yeah,
like, being ROH like world champion doesn't mean anything because there's no product. Like,
yeah,
we're all relying on nostalgia right now for ROH of the legacy of what it was. But what it is now is kind of in limbo.
The mid card of AEW.
I don't know if it's mid card, but like, I like the titles to mean something. The US Championship and WWE. That's the fighters. That's the fighters belt. Like, you know what that means when it represents somebody like that. World champion, you're the best of the best. ROH World Champion is like, I don't think it has that, like,
that
factor.
Prestige,
yeah.
What they wanted to mean is like the best, like, I guess, technical wrestler.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they wanted to mean. And I guess the AEW is the best overall in the world, but ROH is like the best technical wrestler. I guess that's what I'm seeing with Claudio and that who have won it. But like, I don't know. We shall see. I just have to ask. Also, final thing I have to ask about AEW: should he get writers? Because like he's doing it himself. Like
I'm pretty sure they have writers.
Do you think Tony has writers? Because people on Twitter were like, Tony doesn't have writers. I was like, that can't be.
Well, he's like, I'm pretty sure he's like Vince, where he's like
the buck stops with him. Yeah,
the buck. Yeah, essentially, like somebody, either him or somebody else, will like come up with the storyline, and then he'll be like, yes, no, that type of thing. I'm almost certain AEW has wrestling.
I hope so, because like Twitter was making it seem like they didn't have writers. I was like, there's no way
There's no way
this is real. Like, dude works for Warner Brothers. Like, go call somebody. Go call.
No chance.
Somebody get some damn writers. Oh, did you like Sean Spears? Wait, yeah, I knew I had something else to ask you. Did you like Sean Spears back with FTR, Wardlow, and Samoa Joe, new faction? Kick MJF out, add Samoa Joe.
I've been done with Sean Spears for like 3 years now. I liked him in WWE, and then when he went to AEW, it was like he didn't do anything, and he still hasn't really done anything. And I feel like he's like riding the coattails of people who are constantly reinventing themselves and being like, because he's like a average wrestler.
Yeah,
he's average on the mic. He's got an average look, and there's nothing about him that like stands out. And it's like, I like, the Ty Dillinger character was fun. At least that was fun. The Sean Spears character in AEW is
just average.
It's just he's playing Sean Spears. It's like, I don't want him to play Sean Spears. I want him to do something, and it's lacking in that area.
No, I'm with you. Oh, and I guess the final thing I had was, this is just small. Mox's not getting that vacation, bro. Like, no, they hired his wife. No, they hired his wife. His wife is on the road now. The family's on the road. I feel like the wife hiring, even though Anna has a great podcast, she's incredible at what she does. But like, I feel like Tony was like, yeah, look, bro, we'll bring your wife on. Like, you're doing this. We're hitting the road. Mox family.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like he originally had like a 3-month vacation plan or something like that, but when this is all said and done, I hope he gets like a year off or something. Like, just go away and enjoy raising your child with your wife and rest up, because like
it's gonna be in the backstages now. The kids just, hey, what an interesting life for that child, man. Both your mom and dad working for this wrestling company.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty interesting. But all right, let's jump to WWE, where like, I understand we could talk Bray Wyatt's return first, but like, to me, the most important thing is my man Seth Rollins winning that US championship, baby, from Bobby Lashley, and fucking Brock Lesnar coming back. Crown jewel, obvious crown jewel nonsense, but whatever.
Yeah, this was like I feel like this was a setup so they could do Bobby Brock at Crown Jewel, have Brock win without having to transfer the title over.
Yep. Without giving him the title, without making Bobby look bad. And then, do you think Bobby gets it back after that? Which, like, is Seth just like this transition period, which, like, obviously Seth can do, but like, it's just, I feel for him.
We talked about it on earlier podcasts where I feel like Seth is at the level where he doesn't need a belt. I think it's more beneficial for somebody else to have a belt, and Seth can just continue doing whatever he wants with whoever he wants. I'm hoping that he loses the belt to somebody that like that's either back to Bobby or man, I'm trying to think of like somebody else if they want Bobby to maybe fight Roman or something like that. Yeah.
Well, if you want Bobby to fight Roman, then maybe Matt
mean,
Riddle.
Oh yeah,
And I don't like him, but like maybe
yeah. If they want Riddle to have a belt, that would make sense. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. But I feel like
go ahead.
I just feel like that they're waiting. They want Riddle to just kind of just chill until Randy's back, and then put the tag belts back onto them. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
And see, what I'm hoping is what I really don't want to happen, because I don't know how Triple H feels about this person. But if Cody comes back healthy, I do not want Cody with the U.S. belt. Like, I'm gonna just be 100% honest. Cody Rhodes has to be like main event. Like, we're going after Roman's belt just because Seth has this U.S. title for however long. It better not be Seth and Cody for the U.S. belt.
Yeah. Cody needs to either be competing for like the world champion, have it, or like feuding with like really high talent that don't have belts.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the only level. Don't bring him down to mid-carder status. Keep him at the superstar level that he is.
Yep, I agree. 100%. Now, so shout out to Seth. We'll see how long this lasts. I'm glad he has it. 2-time Grand Slam champion. Got them all. Good for him. Only him and the Miz. So that's a good thing for his legacy. But Bray Wyatt's back. How did you feel? Did you like it?
I thought at the end of Extreme Rules, how they reintroduced him I thought it was pretty good. Mm-hmm. I like the build-up, I think, more than the actual reveal. However, I'm a huge Bray Wyatt fan, so I'm excited to see where he goes. He's kind of in the same territory where I think that if he fights Roman, he should win, which is why he shouldn't fight Roman.
Yeah. You should keep Roman's world because of how like the Bloodline's such a realistic faction. Like these guys are like, they're not doing like a horror gimmick or just like a fantasy gimmick. Like this is dude's families. Like these dudes are doing like this mafia stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't involve that. Like I would keep that away, even though the rumor is Wyatt 6 versus Bloodline at Survivor Series.
That'd be sick. I mean, that has to be
that's the rumor. Like so
that has to be it.
And you want to know what's crazy? If you do the Bloodline, and let's say the Wyatt 6, and I got a pitch for you. Wyatt 6 has a girl, right? Well, the Bloodline has a girl. We just don't ever acknowledge it because she's away. You bring back Jey Uso's or Jimmy Uso's wife.
Oh, Naomi, yeah.
Naomi, and you put her in the Bloodline.
Yeah, I think, first of all, that has to be the match, no matter what, for Survivor Series. And then you could just have, the family versus family feud. Because like they have the tag belts, so you can have it there. You can send one of them down to NXT and
feud with even though Solo's on SmackDown, but
he is on SmackDown, but he's technically holds a belt in NXT. I mean, you could defend the belt on SmackDown or something.
No, he gave it up.
Did he?
Yeah, he gave it up. Yeah. He gave it up.
I thought
Solo, he doesn't have gold anymore. He gave it up. It's open because Carmelo Hayes is like, that should be mine.
Okay, that's my mistake then. I missed that. I was okay, so never mind. Forget that. But yeah, I mean, you can just have the families feud, and I have a really interesting way of how I would book that match. But maybe we can talk about that in our prediction match for that Survivor Series. But yeah, I mean, I think it's set in stone. I just don't want Bray and Roman to fight. I want everybody else to fight except for them.
But those two. Because if you do it, then it's like, then it's getting ready for that. But I don't think Bray's the guy that wants to. I don't think Bray wants to do that, though. Like, I feel like he wants to tell his stories and not be necessarily the champion of the company. But I will say I liked his Extreme Rules debut more than his SmackDown debut. His SmackDown debut was good for him as a person, but in terms of moving the story along with the character, they didn't do much. It was more so like him thanking the fans for staying with him for all these times and whatnot. But like, I still don't know who the White Rat, like who all these people are. Get me in. I don't want to wait till next Friday.
I can't hear you.
Oh, can you wait? Let's see. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So I think
it's me.
Basically, I just said that Sunday, Friday in SmackDown, I wasn't really feeling his return, even though it was a talk to the fans. That was cool, but like, in terms of pushing the character along, we didn't really get much. Now I gotta wait till next week to see if we even get it then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna in the words of Jay, I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna give him time to see what he sets up.
Fair enough.
since I just think the whole buildup was just so
It was
well
so
done.
it was.
It's kind of hard to like top that. I feel like in the ring, but I trust Bray Wyatt with his creativity. I'm waiting. I'm here. I'm patient. I'm not gonna say anything yet.
Stephanie and Triple H gave him full creative control too. So like that is big. But that's pretty much all the stuff going on in the world of WWE and AEW. Let's get to our review of Extreme Rules, which I thought was a solid pay-per-view.
I think overall, I would say solid. I think there was some stinkers, and I thought that there were some good matches. One, I think you nailed to the T in terms of booking.
I did.
Yeah.
I did a good job.
Because the entire time I was watching this match, I was like, oh, Lyn predicted everything that happened in this match.
I loved it. I was excited about that one. And I was like, the other one, which ended up being a booty-ass match, could have did my prediction, but no, it was trash. And we'll get to that.
Okay. So you want to start with how the matches went in order?
Oh, yeah, we can. That's fine.
All right, perfect. So the first one was, by the way, going into this, this is the second pay-per-view that me and Lyn have done. We're keeping track of our records. I went 2 for 5 on the first one. Lyn went 3 for 5, so he currently has one match up on me. Opening match of Extreme Rules was the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium.
Great match.
My match of the night, I loved it.
Oh, okay.
I was hoping that they would put a little bit more into their punches and their slaps and their chops, and they did, which is exactly what I wanted. It seemed like it could go either way, which kind of what we predicted since I picked Imperium and you picked the Brutes.
But see, I told you on SmackDown, they made him lose. They did that tap shit, and I was like, there's no way they're going to make him lose twice.
Yeah, I mean, you called it. You got this one right. I guess what was your initial? What are your thoughts on this match?
I loved it. I same thing you said. Like, I don't know. See, I don't know if it's my match of the night. I'll give mine at the end because I got to think. But like, it was great. It was everything you wanted. You got to see Gunther. You got to see Sheamus get revenge for Gunther for the tap thing. You got to see Pete, the bruiserweight, get some good stuff going on. Like, I don't like the other guy in the Brawling Brutes.
Ridge Holland?
Yeah, I'm not a Ridge Holland fan. Yeah. But those two, the Bruiserweight and Sheamus, banger after banger. I loved it. And I love how Sheamus is embracing that. So now there's a real chance we get Sheamus versus Gunther again at like either another pay-per-view or later down the line. Because like there's claim to it because he thinks he tapped. He just beat him. Like, was that because of your faction? So I loved everything about this match.
I did too. I wouldn't mind another Gunther versus Sheamus. I just don't want Sheamus to win.
Yeah.
I really want Gunther to hold that
keep
belt
it going
until he fights Ilya Dragunov again, essentially. This match is everything I wanted. Opening match, started hot, ended hot. It was pure gas the entire way. I love like the Imperium thing where they like stand up and they go, oh, oh. Yeah. That thing, like I thought it would get a little repetitive, but they did like once before the match and then once during the match, and I was like, oh yeah, these guys know exactly what they're doing. I was a big fan.
What you giving it? Because we love your ratings.
I gave this one, so this is my highest rating of the night. 3.75 fellas.
Okay. 3.75 fellas. I like that. I'm gonna go a solid 3.25 bangers.
Yep. Oh, bangers.
Well, shout out to Sheamus, man. My guy did his thing. I'm becoming a Sheamus fan. I don't know if I was growing up, but like now I am. So
I did not like Sheamus until I don't know if you ever watched it, but he did a best of 7 with Cesaro.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that,
they tag team.
They became the Bar. And I was like, okay, never mind. Sheamus is gas.
I do they posted a video after his matches of him working out with Bobby Lashley. He's a great personality. Like I was into it.
A YouTube page.
That's what it was.
A workout YouTube page. It's called like Celtic Workouts or something like that.
That's exactly what it was.
It's really interesting. Yeah, he's a great guy, and he put on a great match. And yeah, props to the Brutes. I got this one wrong. You got this one right.
But you got the next one right. Which like
I got everything else right, I think.
Oh yeah, probably so. No. Did you pick? You picked Bianca? Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, you did get everything else right. Yeah. I got the next one wrong.
Yeah. So next one, probably I would say the biggest dud of the night, Ronda versus
Oh
Liv.
my gosh, super! They should have just called us. We'd have gave them the better booking because whatever they chose was just not good. Like I understand you put it to me perfect. I should have listened to you in the show. It's like Ronda's the baddest woman on the planet. How do you take the bet off her? And I was like, yeah, but like they seem like they're behind Liv. So they tried to give Liv this little pity thing of choking her out while she's smiling, so she doesn't really technically say I quit or lose. But like that match wasn't good.
It wasn't. A couple spots I felt like where they were like setting up for like the big.
They
like,
missed it.
The table.
That chair on the post where like Ronda was supposed to hit her head on the chair.
Yeah,
that was gone.
And it's not. It's that, and it's like sloppy. It's kind of pretty slow execution wise. I feel like. That's something like you do in like a test run.
You want to know whose fault I think it is? I think it's Ronda's fault. I watched an interview with Becky Lynch, and Becky Lynch back in the Gap was like calling her like a bad worker.
Yeah, which is, I feel like she can go if she wants to,
but I don't think she takes it serious like fighting.
Or I feel like if it was like Ronda versus like Sasha, she would go harder. But because it's Liv, she kind of goes like 70%, and that's kind of why I felt this match. I thought it was. I guessed it right, but I'm kind of mad that I won. I got the pick right because the match was ass. I think the whole point of having Ronda win is so they can put her on marketing campaigns and shit for
you called it. No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
And it's just like if you want to build up new stars, like Liv Morgan is, yeah, she's champion, but like she's not like there yet. Give her wins over Ronda. Give her wins over if Sasha comes back. Give her wins over Sasha. Give her wins over Bayley.
I think the Liv Morgan thing. I don't think and I'm gonna keep it a beam. I don't know if Triple H believes in her, and I don't know if that's a Triple H person. And I think I truly think I was a match too early. Shayna Baszler's gonna fight Ronda at whatever's next.
Yeah,
and that's Triple H's person.
100%.
So like I think I was too early, but like I don't know. In Liv, they're probably gonna put her. If I had to guess, the smiling thing they had, I don't know if you saw SmackDown on Friday, but they had when she did that to the former GM of SmackDown, they had a Bray Wyatt sticker in the background, like, and they had like the person who looked like Abigail standing next to it. So either Liv Morgan's gonna fight the Abigail or she is the Abigail.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's her or Alexa Bliss probably. Yeah.
Or that's the feud that's coming, those two.
Yeah. Man, yeah, it just sucks.
I had more expectations, but you nailed it. It's 100%. They need Ronda Rousey on promo events.
Little slow, little sloppy. I'm gonna give this 1.5 arm bars.
Ooh, okay. I'm with you. I'll go 1.5 rowdies. Nasty.
Next up is Karrion Kross with Scarlet versus Drew McIntyre for a strap match.
I'm so in between on this match. Part of me loved this match, but then part of me is like, was this match good?
All right, you go off first because I'll have a whole lot of words for this match.
So you don't like it? You don't like this match?
I thought this was the most average match.
Okay, perfect. Because that's my in between. Because I'm like, damn, some of this match was good. I knew Karrion Kross wasn't getting his ass whooped. No. Loved it. They didn't make Drew look like a bad guy or like weak by having him get pepper sprayed. But I just thought it could have been more. And we just saw a strap match, which I don't know why they didn't acknowledge. They said this was the first strap match since so long. But didn't my man Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins just put on one of the most brilliant strap matches ever? So like we had that in the rear view, and I just expected more because I wanted to see how good of a wrestler Karrion Kross was. And this wasn't even just big meaty men slapping meat. It was just like you said, it was average, but there were points that were really good. Like when Karrion was controlling the rope and like slamming Drew everywhere with the rope before even the match started, before he put it on his hand, like weakening him. I loved all of that, but I just thought once the ropes came on each other's hands, I thought it was a little lackluster at times.
Yeah, it's like not at fault of the wrestlers.
Yeah,
this was every pay-per-view has a filler match. This was a filler match. We knew he was going to win. We knew it wasn't going to be some like 30-minute grand slam banger of a match. It got 10 minutes and 20 seconds, which is kind of like what we expect for a filler match.
And maybe that's what it was. Like, it just felt short.
Yeah, and then they went out and did what I think we all thought was going to happen, and it did. So that's kind of why I'm just like, yeah, that was fine. No like huge spots, nothing to like keep me wanting more from this feud if there is a feud there type of thing. It was like, it was fine. They went out there and did their jobs, and that's what it was. So because of that, what did I give this? I gave this 2 releases then returns, since both of them were both released from WWE.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'm gonna go 2.5 because, like I said, part of me liked it, want to give it to 3, but then part of me is where Pete is, giving it a 2. 2.5. I'm gonna go with Pete's releases and returns. I don't have anything better than that.
Yeah. Next up, we had Bianca Belair versus Bayley,
which we both predicted the main event wrong, and I was like, is it really Seth and Thing? And I was like, oh man, I thought it was gonna be Bianca and Bayley. This match was good. Did you not like this one? No, this had a lot of mistakes though. But I liked it. They covered it up well.
All right, this is me nitpicking, but I would rather have this match go longer at SummerSlam and then have this match be like Bianca, Bliss, and Asuka versus Damage Control. Where the stakes of Extreme Rules isn't really the see-all be-all of storytelling. Like, no feuds are going to end at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
And I feel like this kind of was like, do you want more Bianca and Bayley after this? Like, not really, but if you had
if
you had a team situation, I feel like it could have set up for something more towards Survivor Series. So, but that being said, like the match, like you said, there were some misses, but overall, I liked what I saw. I think they're both incredible workers, and they went out there and yeah, it was a pretty solid ladder match.
Yeah, that's what I like to see it. I thought they did a good job of like the things of Bayley running Bianca into the ladders on the sides, and Bianca doing her special on both oh man, I met Io and Dakota. That was a good little thing. But to your point, like, they definitely like let her do that. Like, you can tell it was a botch. They definitely let her do that. And that was where I was like, damn, I wish Asuka and Alexa Bliss came out for this, because like it would have made it a little more believable. But I guess we're trying to make the EST the biggest there is. I get it, baby. That's John Cena of the new era. So like I see it. But to your point, it's like, damn, I kind of wanted Bayley to win to extend this feud. So now I feel like it's done, but it's not done.
No. And it's fine because they're both
great,
really good. Yeah. But like, I don't know. Like, am I going to be glued to my chair during their next match? Probably not.
Because where do you go after a ladder match?
Yeah, right. Like, if they could have had this, now it doesn't have. This could have been a ladder match with, I think, the teams, and you still could have done something with a stipulation at like Survivor Series. But I'm assuming they're still have like a straight up wrestling match. So,
what if Survivor Series, because they have to do a woman's war games too? Is it going to be Damage Control versus whoever Bianca picks?
Yeah, that would kind of make sense as well. Yeah, you could do Damage Control and 2 other people versus
Bianca's team.
Yeah, Bianca's team. Whoever, maybe that. I mean, that would be a good. Say if it's like Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Bianca, and
I think you go get 2. I think you go get 2 NXT girls. And my pitch was to you.
Or
go ahead. Who you got?
Or Naomi and Sasha come back.
Oh, they debut. Yeah, if you bring them, look, okay, I like that. If you're re-debuting them, I'm in it. I like that, because I even had Naomi in the bloodline. It makes a lot. I'm with it. But if that's not happening, go get Nikita Lyons, man. I want to see Nikita.
She was in the crowd. She was in the crowd.
She was, and she loved Bianca. She championed her. I was like, okay, baby, this is future team. Go get some NXT people.
Yeah.
So, because I know Io has friends over in NXT, so like make it happen. Yep, but absolutely. I would love Sasha. Well, to your point, if Sasha and Naomi come back, I do see them going with Bianca, but I still see Io and them grabbing some NXT people, because I don't know if there's anyone big enough to like for Damage Control really to get.
Yep.
So
yeah, but they could grab NXT people, because like Dakota Kai could grab like, I don't know, Indy Hartwell or something. Like, who knows? Like, just grab somebody and then they can lose. Like, they're probably easily going to lose, but like you can set it up that way. Yeah.
So what are you ranking this one?
Yeah, I gave this 2.75 hair whips.
Ooh, okay, I like that. I like the score. Yeah, I'm not gonna rank the my man's match better than this one, Karrion Kross and Drew. So I'm with you. I'll go 2.75 as well. Hair whips. I like that.
All right on. Co-main event, I'll put it this way. We had Edge versus Finn Balor in an I Quit match.
Loved it.
I have one massive gripe about this match, and that's every time they put the microphone to their face when it's like they're in like the most basic headlock. It's like, yeah, he's not saying I quit in this situation.
I will say Finn kept doing it too much. Like Edge just said, I'm not quitting. Like let it breathe a little bit. That is a good point. That is something I noticed.
that was my biggest issue. I like that they went like all over the stadium and just beat the shit out of each other. That was fantastic. The end you nailed with a hammer.
Loved it.
Included Beth Phoenix. I love that he said I quit in order to not have his wife get hit with a chair, and then she got hit with the chair.
She got hit, yes.
That was so good. Just that was an incredible spot. Edge just looked absolutely defeated, which is what you want in an I Quit match. Yeah, this match was really good. I had a lot of fun watching this.
This match told me whenever Rhea Ripley is done with Judgment Day, she's going to be the champion. Whenever you're ready. Whenever Bianca's ready, that's the feud. That's the feud, man. It's Rhea, because what Rhea showed in this hidden Beth Phoenix, I was like, she got it. She has the heel. She can make people hate her. I am a Rhea Ripley stan, and Dominic Mysterio is a lucky man. That's all I'm going to say. But Finn Balor, oh, my man, the Prince, he looked great. I loved it. Finn don't quit, baby. I'm in it. Let's push him to the moon next. I'm in. The mask, I dug everything. I was like, okay, this is my Bullet Club brother. And then to bring the Good Brothers back and AJ Styles and have too sweet.
Yeah, man. That's because what are they gonna do with Edge now that it's AJ and Finn are gonna be doing
over? Edge quit out of here.
I mean, it just seems odd with what happened.
Right. I think the AJ really is the let's wait. Let's save this until Edge pops out at the next pay-per-view and gets his revenge.
Have him hit Finn with a bat or something like that and knock him out.
I love this match though. 100%.
Fantastic match. I gave this 3.5 chair headshots.
Okay.
Had a lot of fun with this match.
This is, I guess I'll say it now. This was my match of the night. I'm going for it. I'm going to do 3.7 headshots, brass knuckle shots, Finn Balor mask.
Yes, sir. Loved it. All right. And then our main event, we had Matt Riddle going up against Seth Rollins in a Fight Fit match.
This was underwhelming. Let's be real.
A lot of question marks in this match. Why was Daniel Cormier there? What's the point?
He just as a let's bring in a big name, get more eyes on it.
So there's a spot where Riddle was pounding on Seth, and then Cormier threw him off. I'm like, why? They're in a fight pit. Is it the whole point to fight?
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, I thought that was gonna be the hint of something where I thought Cormier might cost Riddle the fight or whatever the match.
Nope.
Nothing came
happened
of it.
And then I thought my prediction of getting a big stomp from up top doesn't even happen. Riddle missed his shot. This match was sloppy.
Sloppy. The senton bomb that Riddle did off he looked scared. His knees were buckling before he did the thing. Seth put his arms up to to stop the blow, and Riddle kind of looked like it landed on his quad.
That's why it didn't look good.
I was like, I think he missed a little bit. Seth legit looked in pain, and then not only knowing that Riddle wins, but then the next night Rollins gets a title shot, and then Rollins wins.
Yeah.
I just don't get the booking. What's the point?
The point of that, and then Riddle doesn't even care about that anymore. Riddle, you would think that the story would be oh, how are you USA champion and I beat you? that wasn't even the thing. It was, Riddle's moved on to Sami Zayn. You're in comedy land now, buddy. Like, why did you even get the win?
It doesn't. If that was the whole point, give Seth the win, and then it makes more sense when he beats Bobby. So are you saying Matt Riddle is stronger than Bobby Lashley right now? Because that's like kind of like Bizarro land if that's the case.
To that point, that's even more so probably why they had to have Brock Lesnar beat his ass on Monday.
Yeah.
Because like just to not make it seem with what you just said, because there's no way Matt Riddle is like, that's why, to your point of they're just waiting for Randy to come back to get him to be tagged. It's like, what do you do with this guy? Like, not a fan.
Not a fan. I think they did have some good flow in like the middle of it, but I was not a fan of the end. I was not a fan of the result. I don't understand why they had a fight pit. Don't understand why they had Daniel Cormier. There's more stuff like that where it's like when the immersion of the wrestling kind of gets taken away. So because of that, I gave it 2.25 awkward senton bombs.
I'm giving it 2. Just a flat 2 awkward senton bombs. Didn't like that match at all. And then the fact is, they were like, Riddle was trying to like, yeah. And people were like, get off the stage. Bray Wyatt's here.
Yeah, boo. Bring out Bray.
That's literally what they cut the lights on him so quick.
Yeah, just not good, but yeah, it would have been, I think, fine if this wasn't the closer.
Yeah. Like, you should have had either the Edge I Quit match, the Bayley ladder match, that shouldn't have been the end.
No. Like, this honestly felt like a filler match. But that's what we got, and that's the result.
Yeah,
so
fair enough. And those are our results. What you got?
So the end of the results. So I went 5 for 6.
Nice.
Lynn, you went 4 for 6. So that we are both tied 7 for 11 in our predictions.
Love to see it. See it.
The next one I think we are doing is Survivor Series, because I don't count Crown Jewel as a pay-per-view.
No, when is Survivor Series? Because I was going to ask you about this.
That is November 26th. So
no, we have Full Gear first.
AEW
Full
Gear. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking strictly at WWE. My apologies.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw that the other day when I was watching Rampage and Dynamite. I was like, snap, Full Gear is like.
I should preference. We have our next WWE prediction is for the November 26th pay-per-view of Survivor Series.
Yeah, but the next predictions we got is of November 19th, the week of November 19th.
Okay, so about a month from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, sounds good.
Excited for that. Excited for all that. This was solid. Like we said, we're not counting Crown Jewel. We'll see what happens for Survivor Series in WWE land. But we'll be, watching. And if there's things worth talking about, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Oh, but actually, we will be back in 2 weeks because we have a fun game to play. We got a draft that I'm super excited about. So y'all can be ready. Just let me give you what we're going to be drafting. It's both companies included. We're doing not all time right now. We're drafting an ace, tag champs, intercontinental / all Atlantic champ, whichever one you want to call it, the US / TBS, showing some love to AEW, the trios champs, women's tag champs, and then outside of those, 3 men, 3 single men, 3 single tag teams, and 3 women just to compete for those belts. We'll see who, and y'all can let us know in the comments who will have the better company. I'm excited for that.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. Maybe we get some opinions from some of our listeners to see who they think. Maybe we can have like a Survivor Series where it's like my draft team versus your draft.
Oh, I like that. See who wins. Like that.
Yeah, I love like fantasy drafting, so I'm looking forward to that next episode.
Yes, sir. So, but Pete, tell the people where they can follow you on social media.
Yeah, I mean, I think the best way if you want to contact me, especially through wrestling, join Lyn's Discord. Yeah, we have a wrestling channel. We can talk there. Otherwise, if you want to talk to me on social media, best way to do so, my Twitter handle is What Do You Say ANI on Twitter. It's mostly anime, but you can still hit me up if you want.
That's a good point. Yeah, I'll put the link, the description in the YouTube vid. and on the audio. If you want to come talk wrestling, me and Pete are literally one of the few people in that channel who talk. It's just us. So come through, talk with us, because that would be dope. You can join it in the links and whatnot, and we'll have a good time. But follow me at LynBWT. Follow the Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. Make sure you check out Pete's podcast. Make sure you follow Pete, and then until next time, y'all have a good one. And peace.